Welcome aboard to Ironside Sheets. Today we're going to be talking about Alpha Divided by Aileen Erin. When I thought the series was only a trilogy, Alpha Divided provided both an excellent and disappointing end. Obviously, there are more parts to this series, six in fact, that is six more to past this trilogy, but when I read them, I was unaware. That being said, I have an opinion for the book as the end of the first act of the series and as the end of a trilogy. Spoilers ahead, you have been warned. Alpha Divided picks up a few days after Avoiding Alpha ends. The crazy part about these first three books is that they all happen in the course of a few weeks, even though the difference in Tessa as a character makes it seem like years. Meredith is better now that she is able to shift and is having a great time with Donovan, her true mate. Tessa has just turned 18 and is loving her time with Dashin and is even looking forward to being bonded as true mates, something that had her on edge previously. Her father, on the other hand, is about ready to beat Dashin's skull in with a hammer and hide the body. He considers Tessa too young to get married, which the bonding ceremony essentially is, and wants her out of the situation ASAP. There is a hearing waiting for Dashin and Tessa, because Dashin bit her and turned her into a werewolf without her consent. Girls also have an extremely difficult time surviving the change, where the numbers are around 1 in 10,000 who survive. There's a possibility that he could be put to death because he broke pack law. That's the worst case scenario. The second worst possibility is that he gets kicked out of the pack. However, mate bonded pairs cannot, under any circumstances, be separated. Hence why Tessa is only 18 and about to go through with the process to keep her true mate alive. Yet, when it comes down to it, she can't go through with it, and the hearing goes on. At the hearing, the local witch coven, which Tessa was supposed to take over already, has their say. They want Dashin dead to bring Tessa back to them. Instead, the charges are dropped, and a compromise is set. Tessa is set to spend time on the Coven land to learn their ways. She agrees, to Dashin's dismay. Rules are in place which are quickly broken, and Tessa winds up back on Ware land ready for war. Tessa is a far more capable person now that she understands the alpha side of her. However, she is still severely lacking on her Bruja side. Alpha Divided somewhat takes care of that. She is far from perfect, but she is much better now that she understands herself better. Dashin is layered a bit more. You learn that he thinks not in terms of days, months, or even a year, but in terms of decades. Now that he has his other half, he can't help but be ready for the rest of his life. All they need is to be bonded. Claudia and Raphael are developed a little more in this book, but it is more of a setup for the books down the line, such as the next in the series, Bruja. Nevertheless, the idea that they are weirdos, as Tessa put it multiple times, is resolved and they are shown to be good people who simply need help. The rest of the cast isn't developed much since the focus is on Tessa, Claudia, Raphael, and Dashin. Alpha Divided is a great book for teenagers and young adults who want to get into an action-packed, political, dramatic, romantic story. While it is possible to read this book first, it would be a blasphemy if I didn't say to go through Becoming Alpha and Avoiding Alpha first, of course in that order. When I thought this book was the end of the trilogy and was ready to end on a massive cliffhanger, I was about ready to flip tables, throw baseballs through windows, and generally make a huge fuss. The characters, the drama, the plot, its progression enraptured me, and to think it just ended was unacceptable. However, as the end of the first act of a 9-part series, Alpha Divided is an excellent book. It wraps up a few loose ends while revealing a massive, frayed wire that's ready to set off a gas explosion of epic proportions. And yet, there are a few loose ends that appeared in the process. Indeed, this series has potential. The book takes on the concept of embracing potential and power while simultaneously accepting the responsibility that comes with it. Tessa has wanted a life where she is left alone, but the more she aims toward that life, the more she is thrust away from it. Simply put, she was born with too much and took too much throughout her life to be anything but powerful. to be anything but someone to look to. Despite this, she is competent. With this competence, she does what she can given her current circumstance. Considering she only really learned about her true potential days ago, and a passing comment from Donovan hints at more, she handles herself pretty well. Granted, 3 books out of 9 isn't a truly good showing of what she is capable of yet. To get through this review, I listened to The Song of the White Wolf by Dan Vasc. No sponsorship, no collaboration, just a good song. Thanks for listening. All right. Now, again, thank you for listening. However, if you want more from me, you can go onto my website, that is ironsidesheets.com. You can find the link through the link tree down below. You can also find in that link tree, of course, my Instagram, my Pinterest. I don't do much on my Pinterest, but if you prefer Pinterest, talk to me about it. Leave a comment, and I'll start posting more. I have my Instagram, which I'm on it. I'm always there. You mentioned me. I will see it, but I don't post as often as I should. Bad. Anyway, so on my website, you can find other book reviews I've done. I'm pretty far behind on book reviews, if I'm not mistaken, here on YouTube compared to on the website. But I also, well, not but also I have books that I've written. I also have a short story there that you can read for free. All right. Thanks again for listening, and have a great day.